Hello, little sprouts. Today, us the Sprouts teachers are going to read another book for you. The name of the book is Where the Wild Things Are, and the pictures and the words are from Maurice Sendak. Enjoy! Today, we're going to do our very own adaptation of the book. This is Max, and Max, like every other children, loves to cause mischief. He loved jumping around and being wild. But since it was way past his bedtime, his mother sent him to bed and told him to get some rest. Max went into his room as he should, but he wasn't very happy. He wished he didn't have to go to bed, and he wished that he could be up to play all night. But Max didn't let that get him down. He closed his eyes and went to the world of his very own imagination. Max could now go wherever he wanted to go and do whatever he wanted to do. He closed his eyes and pictured his room turning into a forest. That forest started to grow and grow until his room was not a room anymore. Then an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max. The boat could take Max to wherever he wanted to be. And where he wanted to be was with the other wild things. On his way to the land of the wild, he passed many scary creatures. But he told himself and he reminded himself to be brave and to have courage. When he landed on the island of the wild things saw this boy and instantly liked him. But they knew that they had to test him first. They had to find out if he was a real wild thing. So he tested to see if he had the courage. The wild things then roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max was not afraid. He didn't even blink, for he knew that he had a courageous heart. He told all the wild things, "I'm not afraid. I'm here to have fun, and we're going to have so much mischief together." And as the new king of the wild, he told the animals, "Let the wild rumpus begin." So he created a ruckus. They danced and they howled and they danced some more. After that, they didn't have enough. They were climbing on the trees and playing about and acting like any wild thing would. He even had his very own parade as the king of the wild. But then, as night began to fall, and all the wild things started to be tired, because no matter what you are, even if you're a boy or a wild thing, everyone feels tired. The wild thing started to fall asleep, and so Max was left all by himself, and he started to miss home and miss his mother. And it was at that moment that he decided he didn't want to be the king of the wild anymore. He wanted to go home. So he hopped onto his boat and he waved goodbye to his friends. But the other wild things started to cry and be sad. Oh, please don't go, Max. We're going to miss you. But Max was not sad, for he knew that if he ever wanted to come back to the land of the wild, all he had to do was just close his eyes and imagine. Max sailed back to his home. His eyes started to fall. And when he opened his eyes, he was back in his room. And he was so very tired. And he was happy to finally go to bed.